Dance is the embodiment of poetry and motion. I've known this notion for a while now. I see feet freestyling rhymes and arms throwing punchlines. I behold shoulders shimmying similes and metaphors in the physical form. I witness all sorts, such as jittering bodies vibrating verses without churches, or a twirling person spinning narratives without words. It's absurd how dance is truly poetry in motion. I wish you viewed all dance styles that way. But you seem to deem some worthy of high esteem while calling Crump cheap and not deep. I mean, is Crump seen as obscene because it's beneath you or beyond you? Crumpers believe it's the latter, yet we beyond you. You watched us mold our fury into artistry and feared we would wield that aggression as a weapon. So you chased us out of contemporary space, forced us to hide in a starless corner of the cosmos. Eclipsed we remained till our vibrations could be contained no longer. One day you found us because our sound was making loud buzz. The mainstream nearly drowned us as it clowned us. We were mistreated, so we retreated underground because we grew tired of all the hate that would surround us. You say we look so angry, and you wonder why. We compete for scraps while you consume the pie. The efforts we create get undermined. Each one is shot down like it's doomed to die. Our movements don't abide by your guidelines, and for some reason that bothers you. You better remember that this art form was never designed to honor you. The deep part of our deep art makes us depart from your regulations. After all, how can you control folks who move like nuclear detonations, volcanic eruptions in human form we be? Supernovas incarnate, grooving in unison like constellations dancing in the darkness of your creation. Ain't the irony amazing? The very jive you despise was nurtured by your intolerance to our self-expression, and now you're paying the price for that rejection. The world's becoming aware of our gifts and of your deception. You fooled folks into thinking that our craft was for degenerates. Defiant deviants maybe, but degenerates we are not. We're vagabonds whose elastic bonds kept us together because we were all we got. First you labeled our moves cute and corny. Then it was unusual and uncivilized. Next, dangerous and detestable. Later, wizardry and witchcraft. Now, defiling and demonic. This hate speech shows your chronic lack of logic. You claim we're drunk on spirits often, but I promise we ain't haunted. Alcoholics couldn't vibe like us from sipping gin and tonic. Claiming we're intoxicated is what makes you toxic. Critics say that we're oppressed by devils, but their pessimistic comments are new. And yo, if our oppressors want to call themselves devils, then who are we to argue? May this shameless dance be the holy exorcism that casts you out of our lives. For that which you deem obscene is actually an act of worship. Was it not King David who danced before the Lord with all his might? So much so that his royal robe began to slip from his shoulders. We use these moves as a hallelujah, yet still you make heathens out of us. You fear what you do not understand and ignore our contributions to dance simply because we scare you. How dare you? Disregard is the epitome of disrespect. The moment your doubt became downplay was when we knew you viewed us as a threat. It frightens you to see us flailing around like a flock of crows. You write about us having murder on our minds, but it didn't have to come to this. There was enough room at the table, but you refused us a seat. There was enough food at the table, but you refused us to eat. You leave us no choice but to take over the whole feast. We could have made peace, but you perceived us to be mentally unstable beasts. How tragic. You mistook our magic for madness. My favorite quote from Nietzsche alludes to this. Those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music.